Okay, everybody, hello, and how are you doing? Today I'm going to show you a little bit about some different things. A couple of people on the channel were asking, like, they were having a problem setting up the mod. Okay, I'm going to show you something. First of all, when you extract it, it'll say 1.51.zip or whatever the name of the file was, and then under that is the name DOM. You copy the DOM directory, okay, to the root directory under mods. If the mods directory, MODS, is not there, you have to create that and then you put it under. And then you do this. Okay, we'll just pop out of here for a second. You go to custom game and you want this one here. Not this one here, because if you just put it in the zip file, it'll look like that and it won't work. You want this one here, and you gotta click custom game. And don't worry about how he looks. That's just the way it is for these mods. It doesn't show up because some of the graphics might be not in line or something with this interface. Once you get in here, it will be. I'll show you in a sec. Then I'll run through my gear that I got, and you know, it's a bit of a thing where I just wanted Thor's hammer because it actually throws it and you catch it back. It's kind of neat the way it looks. And I've got all three parts, and I've also got the mythical vestments and the whole set on top of that. Okay, and instead of putting a thing that gave me like 9% to three of the abilities, physique, cunning, and spirit, I took this item, the skill rune of Spark of Altos. Okay, right now that thing is going to do crazy amounts of damage, right? And let's see, there's no cooldown time of that. I gotta wonder, is that on here somewhere? Where is it? So it just activates them, I guess. But anyway, we got other things in here to look at. I haven't changed. Sorry, I got a cough there. I haven't changed this yet, which I will. I'll find something that's better. I took these rings. They seem to be pretty good because they get tons of elemental damage, right? I put the Soulfire piece down on there at the bottom, and up here on this, we put the skill rune Spark of Altos again, right? So you got two of these things going, right? It's just like, ooh, this is going to be fun, right? Now, the leveling part where you bring this guy up, clicking G, or talking to him, doing mob density. This guy will just slaughter that all day long. Okay, it's the hero part you got to now start working at, right? So I went 3 or 4 levels up, right?
No problem, man.
And just to show you, right? You also notice more loot. Each of those green things is worth about 500 gold, so you know, sometimes 1500 or more. And of course these. Ever since this mod updated, like the game updated, sometimes things are now in trees. It's really kind of annoying. Anyway, one of the reasons why I was a little miffed about upgrading from 1.22 to this is because every time you upgrade, he has the modder who gathers all these other mods together and puts them together, has been nerfing the loot, okay, that we get. Used to be, instead of these blue things, when I attack those little, there's like this tree you get, and then a bunch of monsters summoned, you would get tokens. Now, you turn those into blue items, then you gotta go to the thing there, and it used to be about a 60% chance that you would get a token. Now it's down to like, it's like 25% or some other crap. It's such a low number that I have to. The one guy was complaining to me, "Oh, that's really boring. What you're doing there, you know." Well, if you want to try and make multiple classes, you're going to have to farm a lot of loot for these tokens. It's 16 epic tokens for a purple legendary token, and you may need 6 of those for one piece of gear, and then you might need 6 of those pieces of gear for one set, and then you got another set of 3, and then you got your 2 rings, your amulet, and your medal, right? Just saying. I mean, I spent this is the thing, and then the update, it screwed all my characters up, where the user interface, like when I do this, wait a minute, hold on. Go away. See him throw the hammer there? Woohoo! That was cool. Anyway, when I do this part here used to be down here, and then you'd have this over to the side, and then you'd have these things over here, right? Because now when I bring up the other character class, it's got crap that's over top of these. And I started playing one of them, and it bugged right out. Like suddenly the whole screen went stupid. So I know that, okay, that's not cool, right? And his response is, well, that's too bad. You got to upgrade. You got to do. Well, okay, jerk. You got 1,600 possible character classes. It would be nice for us to try and do a few dozen, hundred of them before you go and do this shit. You know? Like, the other point to make is I have probably played 17 or 1,800 hours experimenting with them, this kind of crap, and you know, sometimes I want to hop in here and just have a little bit of fun and just do some shit, right? Get some loot for a new class that I want to try and come up with some ideas. Like, every single class has a way to be really good, okay? Just depends on the way you're going to use it, okay? If you like guns, there's all kinds of stuff like that. I was trying out one the other day that I kind of was liking too. Just, you know, wander over here. See, those guys with skulls are top end bosses, and he's just wrecking them, okay? That's not bad. This still isn't the best class that I've ever done. That Archmage is still the one, and I gotta redo it. And because of the way they automatically do the buffs on here, and that they've changed. See the hold on a sec here. I'll get somewhere where I know I'm not gonna get attacked. See, these items, they used to have a thing that said toggled. Okay, they took out all the things that were toggled in there. So that made these a heck of a lot less useful. There's only so many of them that provide this automatically a buff, right? And why he does that, like, you know, sooner or later we all are going to upgrade PCs and be able to play these games that are at higher ends to have more fun like this, right? Kind of look like a Viking too, don't I now? Wow. There we are. There's the hammer. Okay, go way up, and then we do a little bit again. Now this is going to be where it's dangerous. I got an idea about how I do this now. I don't go straight up there, I do this. I got room to run. Oh, I'm gonna die. See? Wow. Now I'm upset. Let's go back and do that. There you go. I'll get it this time. It's hard. Dead self and then collect my loot. Where'd I die? Right there? Oh. Away and die. Holy fire breathing whatever. Where's my dead body? See, the other thing with this class is I put up all my resistances mostly. A little weak on vitality. That's another one, eh? Like, this could be higher, right? What you could do is you could take out this maybe, and which has the spell weave and whatever, right? Like it's got the anti-venom extract there. You could put another one on there, and or maybe something for vitality. You know, and that's another thing. When you go to ultimate, right, or the other one, the lead or whatever it is, you lose points on your resistances. But the thing is, you'll start at this level at the very beginning of the game. So who cares? Okay, I'm not kidding you. I mean, I'll get all my, and you get the devotion shrines reset so that you can get the maximum number of them, right? And that alone there will be the difference in a lot of things. Okay? And I'll show you those in a bit here too, as well as when I'm done there. Collecting all this. The other thing I wanted to try, and it was maybe because the modder had upgraded to the new version and I hadn't upgraded my game yet, was the Reign of Terror, which is the Diablo 2 version that they made for this game, which is kind of neat too. I gotta ask, you know, in the forums there, how they do gem settings, because it's different how they do stuff, right? I have no idea how that works. It's but it's neat, you know. And the fact that you can mod this and make your own little game out of it, you know, had me thinking I might do that. But then, you know, I get involved in other stuff, right? Like I walk around in the Unreal Engine and stuff like that. See, they're in trees. I can't get at them. Oh well. I don't know what that's about. I've never done that before. But anyway. Now, I'm going to show you the difference. Okay, that was with heroes.
Hey, do we have any of that Tony and Nyborg left?
Weight maximum here. Is that 10? Just make sure. Okay. So yeah. So then you do this. Like if you want points to level, right? That's what you do. And then you go back to the merchant and you get the little green stone in there and you put it in your inventory, you restart the game, you'll be at the very beginning of the game, it's all starting all over again. So it's just lovely. See his hammer going too? Watch for the hammer being run around. You'll see it coming back and forth too. There it goes. That's neat. Good effect. Flag up here because it's a new area. Yeah, right there. Bring it. Come on. Range of sight is. Oh. Got it up there. Spiders are dangerous. Oh, here we go. Look at these guys. That's 100,000 damage there. Woohoo. There we go, 98. That's what I mean about leveling. Like if you want to play the game, play the game. This is just a little technique I use to like quick build, right? And there's another little trick. There's 4 items, okay, that are legendary. Okay, I'll show you over here. That once you get a guy like this, okay, let me see here. I want one of these and one of these. That once you do this, I think it's in. Here. We'll see.
Got any more scrap metal?
Okay. Maybe it was in here.
Bring me back any blueprints you find.
Hold on a minute. Yeah, this one. Okay. Yeah, see? Lokar's set items right here. Click on it, right? See what it says, level 1. That way, you make that set, and you put it in your shared inventory, and then you can put it on, and the set will give you a really good boost to get going. Okay? It's like a bonus for having got through the game. Okay? And, you know, there's other items for rings and stuff like that, and you can go level : space, and you go 1, right? There's nothing there, right? I forget where it was.
Got any more scrap metal?
There. You got 2 rings here you can choose. One does this weird thing where you don't get as much health or energy, but you get 15% XP. Now when you take that other armor, you're going to just go like crazy. Now I had this when I first started out. You go like 15 levels in that first snaky little area where you just have waves of them, right? And then you're done. And then you take this thing, put these on, and they drop extra ones every once in a while, and it's like huge amounts of money to you, and it's a way that you can get funds, right? Doesn't happen that much, but if you have 2 rings, it drops like, I don't know, every 3rd battle you're in, it's like worth 3,000, you know, when you're probably getting items worth a couple hundred at a time, right? Now, mind you, doing what I do, I just burst up the level for a bit. I might die a few times, but I get a shit ton of armor and weapons and everything else, right? So, there's that.
If you find any blueprints, bring them back here.
Just little tips for you to get yourself going on any build, right? Like I just love this game because, especially this mod, because it's got so much choice. Okay, and now, honestly though, the Diablo 2 was a little lacking. Okay, it's almost like some of the mods and the Cataclysm one just weren't finished or done enough. It's like they got there to a state where you could use it, but and same with the Zenith. The Zenith is really weak because a lot of the stuff you don't have. Let's see here. You don't have you have a Zenith merchant, right? That's it. So it makes it hard to do stuff for that class or those sets of classes. And then so what you end up doing is, to enjoy the game and get somewhere in the game, you're going to take a class that's able to have gear. You know, like honestly, if I were the guy in charge of this mod, I would have somebody redo those ones or finish them so that they have merchants that are like, you know, how we have here, right? Even the Diablo 2, there was issues with the skeletons. They're weak. They're so weak. You could put all kinds of points into them and they're just so weak. And yet, you take the Titan Quest Spirit guy and he gets some skeleton type things that are a lot better off, right? Like, you know, little, but anyway, okay. So I wanted to show that off there. And what do we got? 2 points. What am I going to do here? I think they should go into this. Actually, one into there. Maybe 2. That doesn't do anything for casting speed. Look at that. Max that right out. That's where you can't add any more points. It won't let you. See, I don't use this, so I could go to the lady and get another point back, which I'll do in a bit here. And I'll show you how to do that too. Okay? Go back to your main. I think it's the main town. I don't know if she's still there though. Shit. You gotta do this earlier than I know. I think I have. She's up in the corner here. If she's still here, I don't know if she is. No, she's taken off. I have no idea where she is. this here. Let's go over here for a minute. I got a feeling somebody over here. That guy there will allow you to start doing shards, and then you'll see why you'll also have to do these loot farming things, because you will need all these special things up here to make the items which get you another item that will allow you to open the shards depending on how high a level the shard is. It's like endgame content. And I had never done them until maybe a couple of months ago when I had that big OP Archmage, and I went in one play session I did 75 levels, and I got so bloody tired I just ended up doing a mistake and dying. Okay, and that was a sign to me that, you know, had you been a little more fresh and done, you can do like up to a certain point and stop, and then you restart by using another item and go ahead and keep going and keep going. You can do that. But I mean, I had all the buffs. It was pretty neat. It was just like having a big stack up here of all kinds of crap. And that's another thing, there's just stuff missing that I used to have here that I can't have anymore, because it got nerfed. Now I gotta find illusionist. You?
What troubles you?
Yeah, that's it. There we go. And then you go like this. I'm not doing anything stupid in here. Okay, take that out.
Stay strong.
Now you go like this, and you should have one point of it. Yes. And you go back over here. And what I'm thinking is I'll put it in here because I'll have a 16 meter radius where everybody's reduced target defensibility for 3 seconds. And it's automatic. I don't understand that. Okay. Alright. Now there's the altos. Just a second here, I got something crawling on that. Whoops. Jeez. Terrible. Okay. And you can test it right here. Disappear? Where'd you go? I thought I was able to test there. That's no fun. I wrecked them. Whoops. Now, show me another spot you can do that. I think they're still there. Whoops. One up here. I guess it only lets you do it for a while, eh? That's funny. Now, for devotion points. Okay. Bit complicated, this one. What was I doing? Okay, so I did this, right? I did this, and I did this, and then what I was going to be doing, okay, and I still got 24 points, is I gotta work my way down here, right? To try and get some elemental stuff, right? That's down in here. wanted to get. There was something else I wanted to get. Oh yeah, this thing. I needed 6 points of the pink or red and 5 of the blue. So what I had to do, or how did I figure that one out again? There's 3. Now see, this would be good for health regeneration. Oh, I'd have to figure this out. This is where it gets complicated because, man, oh, this was one of them. 1, 2. Offensive ability, yes. More damage, yes. Okay, so there's 3 of it. So I only need 2 points of pink and then 3. So 1, 2. The cunning gives me extra critical chance, which is, I got a high amount of that. So that would be, what's this one? 4. Okay, so let's see. 3 and 4, 7. So that does that. And I got 2, 5. So I need 1 point. What does this do? Cunning, offense ability, cunning, yeah, this will be good. So do these 3 next. And then you go up and do this. Right? Boom, 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 boom. And then we'll see what we put that on. Okay. Now, you're asking, well, what's the easy way to do that? Well, you go like this.
You like.
Okay, first of all, we'll do this.
See you around.
Clean up the inventory a little. I don't care. Do
Got
this.
something you need stashed?
Always put your gems in a shared directory so that every character class can have them, so you don't have to piss around. Right?
I'll keep an eye on this.
Okay. You go
I'll
to
give you a
any
good
merchant.
price on what I've got left.
Get rid of everything that's green. Be careful. If you do by chance click a blue, you can go over to this last tab and buy it back for the same price as you just sold it. It doesn't rip you off. And I did so much loot farming the last 2 days that every time I went out I filled the bar, all 5 bars of this, so you can just imagine. And I'm almost broke again because I got sick and tired of doing it and just went and used another little sort of cheat that the guy tried to, how do you say, the easy way of doing it. It was this old way of doing it. You would open up this and there was feet, legendary feet or shoulders that you could buy. They took up like 4 squares, right? And you could buy them, right, using they were cheap. They were like $10,000 or something, and you could get, and you would use a bit of this, the scrap to make them, right? And the funny part was, when you disassembled it, you always got back more scrap than you put into it. So it was like a perpetual money machine, that was. And on top of that, you could get a chance of getting a legendary token. So you were just ding, 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 ding. So he closed that, where you can still do it, but now the item to do that with is now 125,000 credits. So you can only do so many, and you're never going to get back, you know, enough to cover that 125,000 for one. So there's that, and the amount of dynamite cost and everything else and all the bullshit, right? Anyway, what was I doing here? Forget now.
See you around.
Oh yeah, what was I doing? Just stop the video and start it again. So I can see what I was doing. What was I doing? I always get distracted doing stuff. I made space for something, right? What what was I gonna do?
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Yeah, sure. Some more dynamite there. Oh, I forget. What was I gonna show you? Duh. I feel stupid now. Put that up there. I'm trying to think about something to do with these things. Oh yeah, so you got the ultimate stone. So now you move this into your inventory, like so. So you got, what's this one? Which one's ultimate? That's ultimate and this is elite, right? So what you do is go like that, right?
Iron well spent.
Watch what happens when I start this up again. So you go like this. Right? Now it used to start you right off at the very beginning of the game at the level you're at with new difficulties. Let's see. Because then I can just run and get some new points. Right? No, it looks like they solved it. I might have to go right out of the game. Yeah, maybe I do. Let's see. No, it didn't affect anything. So, you gotta exit the game and come back in. I think that's the way it works. Anyway, I'll show that next video how that worked. Okay? And then you just run and get your... Because I got 31, the 31 easiest shrines to get at. I wouldn't have any problem on even ultimate difficulty getting to them. So, you know, on this level of difficulty, and that means then what you're going to be at is a much more robust character. Okay? Anyway, have a good one, guys.